Right, Blossoms are here. I'm very excited because first week on the brand new breakfast show, Nexus Manchester, and you boys are here, which I'm buzzing about. Nice one.
Yeah, good morning.
Right, right. Do you know what I want to talk about first and foremost? The biggest thing going on for you guys at the minute. It's massive. I'm sure not want to say. Tristan was the Spice Girls. What's going on?
Well,
explain yourself. What happened?
Explain
What's that about?
yourself. Five become one.
Instagram caption.
Yeah. My girlfriend turned 30, so we had a big fancy dress party at our house. So we were like, what are we going to do? It'd be good. Obviously, couples sometimes go as fancy dress together, so then we were like, why don't we go one step further and do...
It was originally the Beatles, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, we said we were going to do the Beatles.
It was only 4.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah. Did you have any other ideas? Did you
like, Miles, you could be Yoko or something like that. But then it was like, do you know what we'll do then?
Miles loves dress.
Who said the Spice Girls? It was
me.
Was it you?
It was me, because I was looking on Thingy and it came up, like, you know, when you're just on like Amazon, just looking at fancy dress, because I hate fancy dress.
Yeah, I'm into it.
But then when I'm there and I'm doing it, I love it. Do you know what I mean? And I was scrolling through Amazon just like, and it came up like a Spice Girls one. I was like, you know what? There's 5
Then
of
we
them.
went through and it quite easily...
Right, this is what I wanted to talk about.
It out quite easily who would be who.
How did that conversation
Miles
go
is
down?
blonde hair, so Baby Spice. Charlie, Scary Spice.
I look more like my mum than Scary Spice. That's the scary thing.
Charlie had the curly hair, so that was the initial Scary Spice. I'm tall, long legs, so we thought Victoria Beckham, Posh Spice. Then it was between Josh and Joe for either sporty and
I don't
Jerry.
have a sporty figure because I'm, severely malnourished. So I don't work on a track. However, Joe, I think you could probably sprint.
Joe's got the abs. Is that right? Is that
lack of abs? Do you know what I mean? I'll look back on some photos and it's like...
So then Joe was sporty. And then that made the lineup. Then Josh was Jerry.
Yeah, I like there was a proper full thought process behind it as well.
Yeah,
then
it's
it
one of the things.
Took about 5 minutes, didn't it?
But it's one of the things with us, though, isn't it? Like whenever we do something, I don't know why we can't. Yeah, we can't just sort of chill and do it.
Can't be half-arsed.
No,
that's what made the effort, though.
Yeah, I particularly like you went even with the shoes. You went all in with the shoes.
I got some heels.
Yeah, I liked it.
But Miles always loves
crushing my feet so hard.
Miles loves dressing up as a girl, fancy dress. Every fancy dress, Miles.
The thing is, me and my girlfriend Emily, we watched RuPaul's Drag Race, and she's into makeup.
Right.
So she's
boss at it as well,
she
isn't she?
practices it on me, on my request. So I'm like, every opportunity for fancy dress, I'm like, go on. 3 hours
You look really good.
Always late to the party as well.
Miles, you even bought accessories for the temperature because it was cold. We knew it was going to be cold. So he was like, I was thinking I'll just wear one of my jackets. So I text Miles saying, what are you doing for keeping warm? He said, oh, well, I've got one of Emily's jackets and I've bought a girl's jumper as well, just to keep warm at the
didn't know
party.
he did that.
Yeah, you had a handbag as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
I wish I did that because I didn't have anything like.
I've got time for the effort, man.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that explains it. I'm glad we've got to the bottom of that. So obviously, this has been like my first week on the brand new breakfast show. I thought it'd be good to talk about kind of first days and stuff. So, like, what you guys? Some of you guys have worked together before, apart from this in the past and stuff. Tell me about that. What have you had a really bad first day at work?
Do you know what?
We also used to work at a hotel together. But
I became supervisor and just got them jobs. Do you know what I mean? And it was meant like used to give everyone else like rubbish jobs out there, like cleaning up and stuff. And we used to go in the basement and have a chat. Do you know what I mean? It was cushy, wasn't it? It was good. But I had a few interviews before. Like, I had one interview where I went in. And it was
you started the job, didn't you, and then got off the train?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Home.
So like I went in and he was like, big sales job. Do you know what I mean? I was like, you know what? It's pretty exciting. And like sort of like an ex-girlfriend was like, you need to get a job. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I mean. It was a sale. That's what he said. It's described as a sales job. So I just thought I'd be in an office making sales. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to do it, but also I was like 17. The idea of like working.
You needed to buy some Parkers, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Because I used to think I was Liam Gallagher. But like the idea of working in town was like quite exciting. And then, so I like went in, and basically it turns out it was like selling makeup from like a little kiosk in like Buxton.
Right.
Yeah, it was terrible. Like
Miles was the best customer.
And I was on the train going there, and literally the train stopped at Woodsmore, which is like my local train station. And as it was up there, I just sort of looked around. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. So I just got up. I went, I'm going toilet, and just got off the train. They're all at the window knocking on, going, where are you going? And I was just sort of ignoring them, just walking past, just like I'm completely not turning around. Like
I'm done.
Yeah, I've done that a few times.
I did work experience at Ethel Austin.
You walked out on that, didn't you?
Yeah. So I served Audrey Roberts from Corrie as well. Yeah, she's a lot smaller in real life.
And you
She
walked
looks
out after
tough.
that? What's
Well,
going on?
it was like the first week. I don't know. I don't know why I did it. I did the whole week, Monday to Friday. Then on Friday, they had this thing called recovery. They made it sound much better. It made it sound medical, but it's not. It was picking rubbish off the floor for like 3 hours. I was like, I'm not doing recovery here. So we just got off.
Done.
Yeah, and it was the day the new Grand Theft Auto came out, so we just went and got that. And then,
It's priorities, isn't
and
it?
then went home, yeah. And then I didn't get the reference from Ethel Austin because I went out like 3 hours before the end. I
And
should
you-
have just stuck it out.
You didn't do recovery. Thought, no, we're not giving her a reference.
No, I'm not recovery. I'm not doing it.
Do you remember when we worked at that McGregor Moore place?
Yeah, we worked at a call centre as well called McGregor Moore in Stockport. He was so shifty. The guy, basically, the guy who run it just walked out halfway through the day. He was like, right, I'm getting off.
You had like a yellow page, didn't you, to ring from? It wasn't like a computer or anything like that. You just had to
was
go through
highly
yellow
illegal.
pages.
Right, do you know, let's talk a little bit more about these gigs you've been doing, obviously, on the run up to June 22nd, Biggin, Edgeley Park. It's going to be mega, it's going to be amazing. Obviously, what's the vibe with the gigs before this? What's the idea behind that? Just to get kind of easy way into
Don't
it.
be rusty.
Right.
Yeah, just before big shows, you like to get a few. Obviously, if you've been in like a really hectic touring schedule, you don't really need to do that. But I suppose we haven't got as many shows leading up to, say, the big show. So it's good to just put in a few, like, they're still big shows, but
It's good to play a few
they're like
places.
warm-up shows, aren't
We've not played a lot of them places for ages as well. I think last time, Stokes one of them, innit? Last
they?
time we
And
played
like, I think
Stokes, like
Lincoln
Sugarmill
and
and stuff. do you know what I mean?
Cardiff
So-
and stuff. It's places we've not been.
Yeah. Do you like doing that? Like going back to in a way, going back to the smaller places as well? Just to, is
Yeah.
it like a different
Yes.
vibe, I imagine.
We did one at Yes, didn't we? Just
Yeah, I
before the
remember.
UK
Yes.
tour last. Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Was that autumn last year?
It was in October, at the end of October.
That
No,
was fun to do.
November.
Yeah, it's
it
cool.
was.
It's cool venue,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's
Yeah,
great.
it
was.
was.
It's
It's the
cool.
Pink Room at Yes.
Yeah, I saw a gig there.
So that was a similar thing. We did like a warm-up show, but yeah, it's good to do. Obviously, you got like the massive one at County, which will be like surreal. But then
Yeah.
the small, they're still not small, are they? Do you know what I mean? They're still like 2,000 capacity, but
Yeah.
it seems more intimate. So it's
Yeah.
kind of we like the both sides of the what's the
Coin.
word? Coin.
Yeah. And then how are you feeling about the big one?
I don't know. I've not actually sat down. and
I
thought
don't
about
even
it
want
yet.
to. All the other thing I've said, like, we all just want to go to a spa that day. Do you know what I mean, just sort of like chill out, just sort of not think about it.
Have a
turn up.
bolognese and then go
Yeah,
and do
exactly.
it.
That's what we'll probably do.
Yeah,
That's
what?
the routine: spa, bolognese, and then Edgeley Park.
We did that at Castlefield Bowl. Do you know what I mean? Like, went to the spa, got a bolo, did the gig, then went Mojo's.
It's hard to kind of visualise it, innit?
Yeah, and we like to do like this is just boring stuff. You know, like the actual show. You
Yeah.
want to do like segues and like cool things within the songs, so it's not just playing it.
Yeah, yeah.
But you've got to actually think about that and plan it. So that's what we've got to do that before we can go.
Start doing that.
Yeah, we should. So Miles needs to help us do that because that's him at the computer, sat there sweating. Yeah, so yeah, but all them kind of things. But I suppose once you've got little things like that in place, then you start going, whoa, imagine this on where we're going to put this in the set. Like,
Yeah.
be better when it goes dark and the lights. You know that kind of
We
thing.
like changing it all up, don't we? This set as well. Like,
yeah, and
each
covers
night.
as well. We like to do
Oh, yeah,
do a
yeah,
nod
yeah.
to like the northern bands of who we've been influenced by. Like we
Yeah,
did
that's cool.
Whatever by Oasis with real strings, which was great.
Yeah.
But I feel like we can't just get real strings again. So it's like, what do you do
You've
now?
got to think of
Choir or
something
something
different.
like that.
Yeah. That's cool. So obviously you got a busy couple of months because you're doing Raise the Roof as well, Victoria Warehouse,
Yeah.
which is going to be
Yeah.
big, isn't it? A good Manchester lineup on that as well, isn't it? So
Yeah, really good.
That's going to be really cool. Looking forward to that one.
Can't wait.
Can't remember.
And obviously it's for a great cause
Yeah.
as well, which is the main thing about it. But again, that for us, that's another not warm up, but it gets more gigs under our belts
Yeah.
before the shows. In
Even
the summer,
seeing
the big one.
Cortinas in that size room again.
Yeah, that'll
Do
be
you know what I mean?
weird.
That'll
Yeah.
be a bit
As a
mint, like.
fan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I can't wait. It's one of them gigs where you're sort of out there, you're playing, you're just like, I want it to be over now so I can watch
Yeah.
Cortinas. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's good then as well because obviously you have like you probably have about 25 minutes, so you just do 25 minutes and you're done, aren't you? Then
Yeah,
you
just
can
crack
enjoy
on.
the rest of the night. So.
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm looking. It's a good cause as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Lisa
mean? So-
Stansfield's on the lineup as well, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is gonna,
I can only think of Phoenix Nights when I see Lisa Stansfield. What do we have, Lisa Stansfield?
So that's going to be mint. Obviously, so we've got a busy couple of months with some massive gigs. And also, tell me about the podcast, because I'm hearing a lot of things about this, a lot of people loving it, and we've seen a lot of good feedback from it. So how's that been born? And, you know,
I think we just kind of we are actually mates.
Mm.
Like if that might surprise you, but we're actually mates. So do you know what I mean? We found ourselves just having these conversations amongst ourselves, and we were like, well, other people do podcasts, and we feel like we had some of that. People would probably, if you were a fan of our band, you'd be like, oh, you'd want to hear them talking about
Took
the first time they went on holiday or something
Yeah.
like that.
It
Do you
took
know
a
what I mean?
while though, didn't it? I think not a lot.
Yeah,
of,
we threatened to do it for a while, and then we ended up going on tour, and then
I was well up for it. I really wanted to do it.
sat
do you know what I
down
mean?
and was like, right, let's just try it. Let's sit down with the mics and do it. and then was like, oh, we've actually. It's quite funny.
It's actually good that you managed to do it because
Yeah.
so many groups of mates always say, like, I've done it with my mates before. We should be recording this.
Yeah.
We do that, or like even WhatsApp groups. Some of my mates think it's gold. Like, this is brilliant. Oh, we should have get me on your show, and I'm like, yeah, maybe
No.
not. But it's good you've actually managed to do it because
Yeah.
it's actually. I know it sounds mad. It's just sitting down and talking to a microphone, but actually organising it and doing it.
Yeah, and then
It's
after we
effort,
did
innit?
it once, we kind of felt like we had, like reoccurring sections, like finding the best negative YouTube comment, which is quite an obvious thing to do,
Yeah.
but people seem to like it.
It's my favourite one. Though.
It's been fun to like record all the jingles.
Yeah,
for it
we
and
made all the
everything.
jingles. Yeah,
Yeah.
just
You can
within
tell
like 5
It
minutes.
gets so lazy. Like the first jingles are dead good and that, and then the last jingles are just sort of like a harp sound going bling. It's like,
Like the last one, I just shout, "Miles, give us a fact." The other ones have got like
Produced stuff and everything.
like
drum machines and
real
stuff like
beats on them.
Yeah, no, do you know? And as I said, it's kind of there's been a bit of almost like a bit of a cult following. I think there's like a lot
I
of
think
people.
so.
Yeah, it's cool. So is that just going to be something you want to just keep doing until you get bored of it?
we were talking about it before, weren't we? I think so. I think we might like.
I'd like to cap it on like a season or series,
Yeah,
whatever you want
yeah,
to call it, so it doesn't
run dry.
become dry. Yeah, like all the best ones, like even like series are always like, like The Office or whatever. It's kind of like 12 episodes or 10 episodes, and then you come back
Yeah,
a few months later. Obviously, we wouldn't wait like a year or something like that. We'd probably want to do it sooner than that, but I reckon we'll tie it up soon and then
We're getting
come
busier
back.
anyway, aren't we?
Yeah, we need to plan. We need to plan these things for the county gig,
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
can't be
that's
sat
it,
there
yeah,
talking about rubby.
they're like, guys, we're on the stage. We've got a podcast to do. Can we
Yeah.
just, yeah.
That's like me. That's me. I'm the one that's like, come on, let's do the podcast. Like,
Neil Kane on Facebook will be relieved because he absolutely hates it.
oh, he does. Yeah.
Is he what's he a
There's this
hater?
one guy
Yeah, he's
on
a hater.
Facebook every time.
Josh found it.
Yeah, well, every time that a post goes up about the podcast, it's like saying
New episode.
new
out now.
episode with a bit of details about what we talk about and stuff. And this one guy just goes like, "You should hang your head in shame."
He's like, no, he tags his
He
wife
tags his
or
girlfriend, yeah.
I'm so glad we sold our tickets.
No, it's
I'm happy he bought the ticket first.
his girlfriend says
it
they're going,
makes no odds.
the tickets are going in the bin.
Yeah.
She said they're going in the bin. Then he said, "Anyone want to buy some tickets?" He clearly needs the cash back. So
The thing is, it's just like He gets really aggressive about it. It's like,
No, but it's
mate, we're not
yeah, yeah.
forcing
It's like
you to
every
listen to
single
it. Do you know what I
one.
mean? It's like
every single time,
just don't listen to the.
I've started
podcast,
just
you know?
liking it as blossoms, and sometimes
We
I
should
put
call the next
occasional-
episode Neil Kane.
Yeah, yeah. This one's for Neil.
We'll do that.
No, I've had, when I was announced that I was going to be doing the breakfast show, taking on the breakfast show, we had a few people saying, I couldn't possibly listen to a guy with a haircut like that. Couldn't possibly do it. And then someone's going, get some Imac and all this. And there's all these it's weird comments in it though, man. But you think to yourself, well, why are you investing the time in it?
You don't have to look at you, do you?
Exactly, yeah.
And it's like
It's the internet though, and that's what it is. It's
But
like
it's
people can just
I think
say
the
stuff
thing
that
I
they'd
find
never
mad
say
about-
to your face.
Yeah.
the thing I find mad
Funny.
about it is like you can think all this. Do you know what I mean? Like I think stuff like that sometimes. I didn't think about you. I like you.
Yeah. Oh, cheers.
But do you know what I mean? Like I think it sometimes, but then it's like actually actively getting your phone out, going onto it and writing it out and do it. It's like, come on,
They're
man.
not
It's
actually
almost
hard. It's a
genius
lot of
though, innit?
negative energy. Do you know what I mean?
It's almost genius.
It's mint
Oh,
because it's something we can laugh about
it's
now and
hilarious,
talk about.
yeah,
So
It's a section in our podcast, so
Yeah. Good luck for all the gigs you've got coming up, especially Edgy Park, which is going to be amazing.
yeah, nice one, man. Good
Thanks
luck to you.
for
as well.
having
can't wait.
Cheers, boys.
See you later.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.